Welcome back, one and all. We're in the town of Pleasance. Now, we're a bit far away from where we last left. I recorded almost, I'd say 25, 30 minutes of an episode, and it just disappeared. It just disappeared. My computer I think the program I used to capture these episodes crashed. So, and it was going pretty well, I thought, that episode. It's a shame because we're back at the camp and we did a nice little mission for Bill. It was only a little side mission, but we picked up a carriage and we looted it up in the heartlands over here, and then we moved back down to this area, and I was interested in a few things. This Trail Rise area, which we visited, Old Trail Rise, we picked up a card there, and basically down in the basement was lots of bedrolls, and it looked like, I assumed it was slaves fleeing during the era of Compson Stead. And we went to Compson Stead and looked down the well there, and there was evidence of people, him storing slaves in the well, hiding slaves in the well. But now we're in Pleasance because I wanted to check out this area. If you remember, during an episode we passed this when we were fetching the doctor's carriage a few episodes back. We came across this abandoned town. I've just come down here and got a card, a cigarette card. But if we look, we've got a house over here, a little hut there, a church. We've got graves to examine. We've got look at these American crows. What do they want? They want use a bow with small game arrow for a clean kill. We've got this outhouse here and a couple of things over there. So plenty to do. I've just investigated this barn here, and if you look, it probably tells you the whole story of what's gone on here. Stay out, plague. So there's been a plague in the area, and this whole town has succumbed to it. So it was established in 1883, which is only 15 years ago, and it's already overgrown. So I'm just wondering what things we can get in, and I wonder maybe even if everything's shut up, or we can investigate. I imagine not. Inspect the site. Good. Pleasance. Let's read what Arthur's got to say about that. Here's that empty town I found. Yep. Well, shed about as much light as we can. So there's lots and lots of graves of the whole town. I see. So maybe we'll see if we can read those in a minute. But I think likelihood is that the whole place is shut up. But let's read these graves. And it looks like there's some writing on there to actually read this time. Killed by gunshot on 1854, Edmund Tobin, aged 29 years. Curtis Baines, murdered. Killed by knife wound, goodness me. Glenn Yeatman. Had his life taken, Daniel Curley. Killed by knife wound, so may he find eternal rest. So I wonder if these are Civil War guys. Maybe not. Killed by gunshot. So it could be. Or it's just a very dangerous town. Died of gunshot to the hand. Amelia Curley, 66. Found murdered. Goodness me. Murdered. Killed. So everyone's been taken by another human in this graveyard. Stay out, plague. Well, that's in contradiction, because if everyone died, they would have been buried here. If there was a plague. But then all these guys have been murdered. 1883. So it looks like the same massacre. 1883. 1883, September. All at the same time, these guys died. During some kind of massacre. Isn't that fascinating? Let's go and see over here. So some kind of small holding here. Ill with sin. Now, what could have that said? Been... What does that say? Do you think if I burn this... it will reveal it? I don't think it will. I think it's just ruined the whole situation. And I think we've burnt the whole thing down. Quick, let's try and loot it. There's a knife. No, I think it's going to run out. No. No. That's not helped us there. So, massacres have ill with sin. So, is it some kind of religious zealotry that's gone on here and all these people were murdered? This is a mystery. What has gone on in the town of Pleasance? It's not abating, is it? I'm going to try the door. Maybe we'll come back once that's gone out. Man. Okay, we've checked the church. We've checked that building. Did we check that? I don't think we checked that building, did we? Check the church. Did we check this building? Don't think we did. No, we did. We did. We did. We did. So it was founded in 1883, August, and they died in the September of that same year. What went on? Found some cartridges, that's good. I don't think for a minute this guy's going to let us into...
Hey, mister! Hold up! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What's gone on here? But he's the local milkman.
Well, that's over.
Yeah, I didn't want to know. I just love it one day in a game that we could be that in deep that we could just stop him and just get a little bit more context, just subtle investigations into how this thing happened. We're already doing it, but just to, you know, anything we can think of, like ask that bloke, he would have some insight into what's gone on. That would be very cool. Whoa, we're in here anyway. This looks like a classroom to me. So an old classroom. Not much going on the face of it. There's another cigarette card. So in the last hour you missed 2 or 3 cards. We've picked up another one. That's 4 cards. What's this one? Amazing Inventions. This I've not had this one before. Amazing Inventions. First one of that set, right? No, it's number 2. Oh, stand corrected. What we got in here? Some kind of what? No idea what that is. Old bones? A Bible? Pretty table? Otis Miller and the Boy from New York. So we've read a few of these, haven't we? I don't think I'll read it all. Original Tales of Otis Miller Adventure. Evil scoundrel on the Lanahatchee train. They had been overrun by Texas outside of Blackwater and fled north and east as man hunters posed in various guises, scouring the countryside as everything from lightning rod salesmen to itinerant peddlers of farming implements. I reckon you're late. They walked outside and past a group of women, painted and powdered, who whispered and snickered as they went past. I hear you're interested in pulling a job at the Bank of New York. It's run by nasty folk who exploit the poor. You're going to need a team of horses to get all that gold out of there. That's a good thing then. What's that? I know just a place to get me such a team. So these tales of outlaws are still kind of idolised in fiction and soon to be in film. But it's got to stay in terms of society. It's got to stay fiction. But I do like their outlaw heroes, though. Right, nothing in there. Ginseng. I think we can take one of those. Health experience, yes, please. Oh no, it's max level. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done on the increasing of that. No. Okay, am I missing something? So all these people were murdered in some way. Knife wounds, gun wounds. Maybe it was Lemoyne Raiders. Maybe it's as simple as that. They didn't like these people coming in to their town. Look around here. Okay, so we've just got this burnt out area here.
Hey, you there! Hold up! What's the trouble there?
No, I'm not going to commit robbery right now. I'm in investigation mode. So we've already been here, haven't we? Okay. What's the time? It's evening time. It's getting late. So what we'll do is just check this door one last time. I think the fire's gone out. And run at it full pelt. Oh no, missed the stairs, so that's not possible. No, that's shut to us. Very interesting. I would love to know more about that. I don't know if we're going to get to know. But I'm just going to, for ease of settling my brain to not think about it anymore, I'm just going to make up something. I think it's a town of settlers that came in, but the Lemoyne Raiders didn't like the cut of their jib and had an argument with something. They were on their patch in some way. And do you know what? That makes even more sense because right by is their still, isn't it? Very near here to this is their what's the name? Their moonshine operation. Or the Braithwaites, maybe not. I'm getting confused. It's either the Braithwaites or the Lemoyne Raiders that did this to these guys. Okay, so evening time. What can we do? Where should we go? Let's head back to... We haven't been able to go in the saloon and play cards for a while. It hasn't been open to us. Right, let's go and do this mission then for Micah. So we'll head back to the camp, have a sleep, and then see what's what. I think that's the best thing to do, best course of action. Someone's having a fit of some kind. Right, see you back there. Okay, coming back into the camp an odd way. What we'll do is we'll hitch up Rochambeau. The usual place. Then we'll go and see what they're doing around the campfire, if they've got any stories to tell.
Whatever he calls himself, anyway.
Honestly?
Yeah, honestly.
He's, well, when he talks to you, nicely, it's like the sun is shining.
So how are you?
And when he's mad at you,
Not too bad.
it's like the devil's gonna be upon you. That's how I'd put it. He changes. He's happy and you're happy. He's mad and you're upset and you don't know why. He's unfair and unkind. As long as it isn't directed at you, you don't care. He turns his men into monsters. Somehow he makes them love only him. He scares me.
That's a good bit of insight.
I mean, you boys scare me, but you're still like human beings. He's it's hard to explain.
Well, he sounds like a right idiot if you ask me. Real pleased with himself.
He scares me.
Yeah, well, he don't scare me. Silly fool you are.
I know.
Okay, well, there are parallels, aren't there? I mean, you're saying about his charisma and the ability to like him.
I thought you barely knew Colm.
Well, yes, but I heard plenty.
Is that right? Well, I should get back to it.
Uh-huh.
So I wonder why Kieran is so keen on staying here. Maybe he just doesn't want to go back because he told them to go to 6 Point Cabin and try and find Colm. He probably knew that his life wasn't worth anything, so he needed a way out, and he found it in saving Arthur's life.
Room here if you want, Arthur.
No thanks, Lenny. Pearson's getting his drink on.
Mr. Morgan! How are you? Excellent. Okay, then.
Okay, well, Mike is still waiting for us. We've got Javier and Bill hanging out.
Who did you call a goddamn drunkard? Some shit.
I got no idea.
Those twins who bought the horses are strange, huh?
Real strange. And they don't like Cubans.
Who's that over there? Isaiah and John, right? What are they doing?
Not bad.
Charles.
You okay?
Hey, Fenton!
Oh, never again. Anyway, I won't disturb you.
Okay, folks, let's get a sleep in. Because our dead eye's looking pretty shoddy. It looks like there's some food to be had, so we're going to go and have that first. It's probably the bottom of the barrel. We'll take it. And then we'll have a sleep, and then we'll go and speak to Micah, because Micah's got a mission. I can't remember what it is, to be honest. But that's going to boost us up. And because we've contributed to the camp in terms of ingredients for the chuck wagon, we get a boost in our... Every time we eat from the bowl, from the cauldron, we get a boost to our... an enhanced core, which is cool. Right, let's sleep until morning. Only 4 hours. Right, before we do this, let's have a little look at our journal, see if we can catch up. So, we read about Miss Penelope, that's fine. Here we go. So, birds, let's read this. Charles and I went looking for Trelawney, who was staying in Rhodes. He's been accosted by some bounty hunters who was looking for him and a means to getting to us. Whole thing turned nasty and he'd been treated pretty bad, but we got him out of here. He seemed worried that there might be more following in their wake, so came back to camp with us. There always seems to be more bounty hunters, Pinkertons, lawmen. Everywhere we go, there's more and more civilization. Perhaps this is it from now on. We shall see, I guess. This whole place is beginning to give me the creeps. I want to go back in the open country of the West and what's left of it, but even that ain't the way I remember it. Oh, do you think that's... No, that's the zebra. A while ago, I met an odd man dressed as a lady animal trainer. Are all Englishmen that weird? I wonder. All his animals were as fake as the rest of his acts until I was to find and retrieve a real lion. From somewhere or other in Africa, I thought it was going to be another dog. But no, it was a real lion. The thing looked like it wanted me for the next meal. After hunting a zebra, and that was a donkey, and a tiger, that was a cougar, and another lion, that was just a dog, or I think that's right. I think I've lost track of the whole thing. An assistant, that's a real woman, and him a strange English maniac in a dress pretending to be all that he isn't. Remind yourself never to go on the stage. The winningest guy gave me a pretty decent emerald as payment for my troubles. Maybe he wasn't so bad after all. It's only worth $50 though. That emerald was about as real as the zebra, and worth a whole lot less. Ah, I see. Seems Miss Margaret made idiots out of all of us. What did I expect? A man who dealt in fake tigers gave out real gems. We went horse thieving, our greed getting the better of us. Believed a yarn spun us by one of the Grey family, the patriarch, Tavish Grey, a particularly unpleasant one of what seems a reasonably unpleasant family. He had a believing that the Braithwaite woman owned some highly prized English thoroughbreds, or Arab chargers, or whatever they were supposed to be. I imagined we was going to be wonderfully rich at the end of it. We felt like prize idiots, so I guess at least some prizes were being handed out. Here's that empty town I found, so that's where we're at. Cool. Okay, how we doing for shaving? So, what do we got? Might as well pick up what we've been given so far. Got some dynamite over here. And some cigarettes, which we don't need. Okay, Micah. Should we just have another round to see if there's any other more revelations we can come across before we speak to Micah? That'd be good. I think these guys are just hanging. Who's that? Is that John or Charles?
Fire's good and hot, Mr. Morgan. Gentlemen.
Hello. Never easy leaving the fire. Of course. Why?
Who's that? Is that Javier? John? John.
Hello.
Good morning, Arthur.
Any leads?
I'm working on something.
Hi, folks.
Hey.
Good morning.
How are things?
I'm bored,
You gonna help out around here?
Are there any jobs going?
Jesus, you never let up, do you?
Yeah, everyone's concerned about breakfast, so they're not really revealing very much. I haven't seen Dutch for a little bit. Let's get right in his grill.
Okay.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called...
Hey, Molly, where's Dutch?
Well, however it goes.
I'm not sure all that line of thought serves you and me very well.
That's because, Cowpoke, you are a man of profoundly limited intelligence.
No doubt.
Well, you and the old man and Dutch have been running around, digging us ever deeper into shit. Old Mr. Pearson might have gone and lightened the load a little. Pearson! Ain't you curious?
I guess. Gentlemen.
Dutch, you tell him, fat man.
It's peace, Dutch. The O'Driscolls. I mean, I think there's a way.
What on earth are you talking about?
Get the words out properly, fat man.
I met a couple of the O'Driscoll boys on the road into town, and things were about to get ugly. But you know how I am in a fight, huh? Like a cornered tiger. Anyway, somehow it didn't, but we got to talking, and they suggested a parlay to end things. Like gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Combe O'Driscoll. Have you lost your minds?
You're always telling us, Dutch. Do what has to be done, but don't fight wars ain't worth fighting.
They want a parley? It's a trap.
Well, of course, it's probably a trap, but what do we got to lose finding out?
Get shot.
We ain't getting shot because you'll be protecting us. It's a trap, you shoot the lot of them. If it ain't a trap, that's slim chance.
I don't see the point in any of this.
It's a chance you've gotta take.
I killed Combs' brother. A long time ago. Then he killed a woman I loved dear.
As you say, it's a long time ago, Dutch.
Let's go. You and me, with Arthur protecting us, no one else.
What about me?
This ain't the time for tigers, my friend.
Right, so we're going to meet Colm again for the first time in a while since we've been in New Hanover. And as we all know, we've got a checkered history.
Mount up then, Morgan. Let's go then.
A checkered history. So, as Dutch said, he killed his brother. And Colm killed Annabelle, the woman he loved. So, he's with Molly, but I wonder if Annabelle was an even greater love.
You know, I've been fighting Colm for so long now, I can barely remember a time when it was different.
And you're still fighting him now. Make no mistake of that.
Here he goes, Doubting Thomas. Is there any plan you ain't sour on?
Well, maybe you're right. I'm just nervous. Let's not waste any more lives needlessly.
I ain't costing lives here. I'm saving them. What did you say? We had Pinkertons coming after us?
Because of Blackwater?
And Leviticus Cornwall and his private army. Then, who knows when this local hillbilly thing will come to a head, And we really afford to be fighting on all these fronts. And O'Driscoll.
There is wisdom in that.
I hope so, gentlemen, but like I said, I'm nervous.
Look, you ain't even going to be the one in danger. We'll get on over there, find a nice perch for you to settle into. You got that rifle, don't you?
Yeah.
Then me and Dutch walk right in to the lion's den. With you to cover us,
Okay. Just keep calm, unless I give you a reason not to.
Oh, we'll be fine. We got you.
I will do my best.
Oh, my dear and trusted friend, with you watching over me, I would walk into hell itself.
As would I.
So we're walking through the camp that Micah originally suggested before we moved to Clemens Point.
Hey, up there.
Riding through.
Men on the ridge.
O'Driscoll's, from the look of them.
I don't like having eyes on us.
We're close. You'll be the eyes soon enough. Maybe he's right, Dutch. Maybe I have pushed too hard. Got us into situations that could have been safer. I see all those mouths we gotta feed, and I dream too big. Caring too much. That's my problem.
Caring too much? There's no such thing.
This is horse shit from both of you.
It might be. Micah might be full of shit. Colm O'Driscoll might be full of shit. The promise of this great nation. Men created equal. Liberty and justice for all. That might be nonsense too, but it's worth trying for. It is worth believing in. Can't you see that, friend?
I don't know.
Try. All I ask is you try.
He's up on his high horse again. I don't know, he seems like
All right,
he's
cowpoke. You're gonna peel off up ahead.
enabled by Micah.
We'll be meeting down on the plain. Find a spot just above us where you can keep an eye on things.
All right, all right. However this shakes out, let's aim to meet back at the fork in the road afterwards.
We'll be there, partner.
Meet you at the fork in the road, boys. So, off they go. So we're the eyes and ears of the situation. We're going to find out, see that it's not a trap. Don't know if this is the right way to go. So we're going to a vantage point, which is here.
Whoa, easy.
With some... There's a dead body there. I think we're not meant to go hunting right now. Is that a dead body? Or is it a carcass of some kind of animal? Yeah. Okay, so they're there. I can't look round. To see these guys come in.
Hello, Dutch. It's been a while.
Sure.
So, how's your gang doing? They still believing in you? Better world. Pure world. How's that coming along?
Just fine.
How's that score you stole off us?
Which one?
Oh, I like that. It's like I said, this is a charismatic leader. Lot of heat on us this time. Both of us. Whole heap of trouble. They offered me a price, Dutch, to bring you in.
Why didn't you take it?
Well, still might.
I am sorry about your brother.
Yeah, well, I never liked him much.
I liked Annabelle.
You always loved the ladies, Dutch Vanderlyn. I like that about you.
What are we doing here? Go home. Is this thing over?
So Arthur's been caught. And it was a trap.
dead, is you? Not.
The O'Driscolls have got scores to settle of their own.
I don't know. Column's got a sense.
Handing him over to the law, I don't know. Strange times.
They killed Seamus. Fuck the whole lot of them. With this fella Colum's right, we can draw them all back.
True. Where'd Colum and Patrick head off to?
In a town, I think, to speak to the law.
That has to be crap. It ain't worth the risk.
Colum's got a sense about Vanderlyn. He can play him. Once he realizes we got his man here, they'll all come right into the trap. Mark my words. And then we can head off, free as birds.
I hope so.
So this is some kind of overnight camp. We're fancying our chances just walking out.
He's escaping. Shoot
Please escape him. Shoot him.
Relax. I got him. Did I kill you?
Oh, not yet.
No, of course not. Not yet. But I will.
Oh man. Point blank range in the shoulder.
Finally! Put his weapons over there!
So they've taken us right back up to their ranch, which I think is the one we... Maybe it's not. It's some kind of hideout anyway, and it's going to be well north. There's the man himself, Colm O'Driscoll.
Arthur Morgan. It's good to see you.
Hello, Colm.
How's the wound?
I hardly feel it.
You will. Septic ain't nice. Now, tell me, fine gun like you, why you still running around with old Dutch? Could come right with me and make real money.
It ain't about the money, Colm.
Oh, no. It's Dutch's famous car. You killed a whole bunch of my boys. 6-point gag.
I ain't got no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, you lie, my friend. But I thought Dutch preached truth.
Let me go, Colm, and end all this crap between you two. We all got real problems now.
The way I see it, they get him. They forget about me.
They ain't the forgetting sort. If I were you, I'd run as soon as I had the money.
Oh, I know you would. But see, we lure an angry Dutch in to rescue you. Grab all of you and hand you in. Then disappear.
So you only met with him to grab me?
Of course. He's gonna be so mad. He gonna come raging over here. And a whole lot of you. And the law will be waiting for him. Oh, Arthur. Arthur, I missed you.
So the stoic Arthur Morgan, in the face of adversity, is able to ignore his pain. You can swing the shackles to reach the metal file that can be used to pick your lock. Well, that's fortunate. So swing left, swing right, swing left. So he's going to cauterize his wounds now. Oh man, twist file. God, with the haptic feedback going on, this is disgusting. God, he knows what to do, doesn't he? Raise candle. Cauterize wound.
Shut your hole. I don't want to go to Mexico. I want to go home. Home. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. What the hell?
It's interesting there. They're talking about going to Mexico. I think that was... I can't remember where that was mentioned, but Colm O'Driscoll's sick of this area and wants to make a new throwing knives. Okay.
What's he still doing down there? It's one thing torturing a man, it's another thing putting him through stories of the homeland. He better hurry it up.
Right, let's pick
I don't
these
want to be here when
throwing
the law
knives.
comes for that side of beef.
Right, let's get this guy. Right in the back of the head. One down. The other one's over here. Another one. Another one here. Okay. Well, that didn't contribute to our challenge, which we'll talk about in a minute, but I don't think that now's the time to loot. I think we need this... They brought Roshan bow? Right, let's get out quick. They're just patrolling the roads. Evade them. Evade the roads. Okay, let's go up here. Oh dear. They're going to see me if I stay here. I'll tell you what, we can outrun them, right? We can outrun them. Laters!
What you boys been up to? He ain't getting out here, no.
Can't see too well. So we can't. Well, we can probably cross the river, but I'm just going to go where it's telling me to.
Oh, come on, girl. Get me home.
Oh, he's unwell. He's unwell.
Arthur! Arthur?
Arthur! I told you it was a setup, Dutch.
My boy, my dear boy, what?
They got me. But I got away.
Yeah, you did. Miss Grimshaw, I need help! Reverend Swanson?
He's gonna set the law on Earth.
Oh, of course he was.
I'm sorry, Arthur.
It is a bit late for apologies. Swanson! Mr. Morgan, you're safe now.
Oh, let's get him to bed.
You are safe now, Arthur.
Okay.
I got you. You're safe now.
That's pretty, Toots. That's real pretty.
Miss Grimshaw, will you sit with him a while?
Of course. You'll be okay, Mr. Morgan. You're home.
So I think now there's a significant passage of time. He needs to recuperate because he's had multiple gunshot wounds. He's been holed up with the O'Driscolls for goodness knows how long, and probably severely malnourished, so it's a few weeks later. So this few weeks sees him recuperate under
I thought I'd be burying you, Mr.
the
Morgan.
care of the Reverend.
Well, not quite yet, Reverend.
Good. How you feeling?
Oh, about the same as you.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, take care of yourself.
You too.
Okay, so his shoulder is still giving him jip. But we've grown a handsome beard. Now, I was told, I can't remember who told me in the comments, that after this mission, and we grow this beard, we are now able to grow our beard significantly more. So if we look in our satchel, and hopefully we've still got everything, if we go to kit, where it's stored perversely, I'm not sure why, we can take this hair tonic, and when we sleep, it will grow an extra little bit, which is cool. So it's not going to grow instantly. That's not how this kit works. You need a passage of time. I think it's either a mission or a sleep. But if we look in this, go in the shave is the best place. But if we trim, we will see that our facial hair is at 8 at the moment. I think it was locked down at 7 before. So if we keep taking this tonic, we will just see how much. I think it goes 3 or 4 or 5 times better, bigger than if you don't take the potion. But a quick chat. Look at that, an awesome bear rug.
You were coming for
What is it,
right,
Arthur?
Dutch?
Of course, son. Good to see you back up and at 'em again.
Few more battle scars?
What are you doing back here?
Right,
Good morning, Arthur.
Hello, Molly.
Lady. You all right, Molly?
Bored?
So, our question there was, you were coming for us, but he wasn't in any rush. I don't know how long we were there, but Cole's plan was to have, use Arthur as bait. Maybe Dutch knew that, and he didn't want to sort of get involved and risk the rest of them. But he wasn't coming for him. He wasn't going to risk it. So maybe he's lost his nerve. Maybe he's got his eye has come off his core family, and he's got this mission of revenge, especially in this area at the moment, against who he perceives to have killed his pappy during the Civil War. Okay. All right, what we'll do, we'll call it a day there. Let's just examine the missions that have become available to us. We've got Bill Williamson over in Rhodes. We've got... That's what we'll do the next episode. We'll ignore that for now and just, we want to stay away from the drama of these main missions for a while. We need to recuperate. So let's head over here to Le Gras, where we can find the fishing tackle shop, I believe. And also, we'll pick up these side missions. That's what we'll do. That is what we will do. Okay, folks. Well, that was dramatic. Colm O'Driscoll, in league with the Pinkertons, wanted to end our existence before we were ready, and they failed. So kudos to us. I hope you enjoyed this video from me, the Patient Wolf, and if you did, leave a like or a comment. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for more of my unique gaming content. Furthermore, if inclined, visit my Patreon page for details on how to further support my work. Thanks again for watching.